Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're reading lots and that you're getting time to read throughout the day. Today's book is Etta and Otto and Russell and James by Emma Hooper. This book was selected for the 2005 Canada Reads competition, in which 5 celebrities like 5 books are nominated, and then 5 celebrities. It's sort of a battle of the books type of a thing. Happens every year, goes down from 5, and eventually over the course of a week get down to 1. So there's a short list in there, and so this was one of them. And I will read actually the description from the Canada Reads site, and then I will read the back. Actually, I'll read the back, and then I'll read the Canada Reads description. Okay. Otto, I've gone. I've never seen the water, so I've gone there. Don't worry, I've left you the truck. I can walk. I will try to remember to come back. Yours, always, Etta. Otto finds the note in the kitchen of their farmhouse in windswept Saskatchewan. 83-year-old Etta will be walking more than 1,000 miles to see the ocean. But Otto understands. He took his own journey once to fight in a faraway land. With Etta gone, Otto struggles with his demons of war, while their friend Russell pursues the woman he has loved from afar. And James, James you have to meet on the page. Etta and Otto and Russell and James is a mesmerizing story of unsung heroes, last great adventures, and indestructible love. Now, the description gives you a little bit more in the Canada Reads site, okay? In the novel, Etta and Otto and Russell and James, 82-year-old Etta decides to walk 3,232 kilometers to Halifax from her farm in Saskatchewan with little more than a rusty rifle and a talking coyote named James for company. Her early life with her husband Otto and their friend Russell are revealed in flashbacks to the Great Depression and the Second World War. That's basically the crux of the story, and I can't remember. You'd have to. I gave this book a 3.5. I thought it was super cute. It was a super cute story. It's a mixture of the 100-year-old man climbs out the window and a man called Otto. It's sort of a mixture of the two. It's also reminiscent of the pilgrimage of Harold Fry. So there's a lot of takes on the story. I'll just show you the cover of the book. It's kind of cute. Yeah, it is very cute. It's actually a really good story. I really like the story. It's just how the story was told, and I don't know. I felt that this story could have maybe ended a little better and a little less ambiguous. Overall, it's a pretty good story. I really quite enjoyed it, but I did find it kind of a bit, in a way, kind of lacking, in a way. It just kind of just didn't, there wasn't any, there was something to it, but it just felt, That's what it felt like. It felt like meh at the end. And I thought there would be a different ending. And it was just, I liked how you went back and forth from basically the present to, well, the quote unquote present. So I would say the early 2000s, somewhere in there, somewhere in there, aughts. That's what they're calling that decade after the 90s. And because they're 82, and I'm thinking now, because my grandparents, I think it's late 90s, early aughts, because there's no cell phones. None mention that, because you would think an 82-year-old now would have a cell phone. And they were clearly, he was 18 when he joined up, I guess, in 39. So I'm just going to do a quick check here. So 19. So I would say he was born in the early 1920s somewhere. Because they joined up, Russell and Otto join up pretty quick. And Etta's teaching, and she's a bit older than him. So they're roughly the end of the 1910s, early 1920s they were born in. So I'm thinking, yeah, that could be easily, because I mean, yeah, I'm thinking easily they were born in the late 1910s, early 1920s, somewhere in there. And I did find it a very cute story. Not saying it was a bad story. It was very cute. It's just, it kind of went a little long-winded, and it seems that on average, it's about the same. On Storygraph, it's about a 3.76 is the average. So my guess is a lot of 3.5, a lot. Some people really liked it. You know, they're giving 5s and 4.25s, and some are giving it lower. You know, I think it's a cute story. I really do. But I don't think stories about, well, it depends on the story, because I really liked the Love Elixir of Augusta. What is it? I can't remember it. I'd have to go back and check my books. Sorry, while I'm doing this on, I guess it makes it more real. Augusta Stern, that's what it was. The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern is what it was called. And I really liked that one. I think because it didn't have this back and forthness, and it had a coherent storyline. This one kind of, you had to kind of guess where the storyline was, and that's probably where my 3.5 came in. So, I mean, it wasn't a really bad book. It's a really good book, and it's a really good story, and it's really worth telling. I think it's important we tell stories of people in their later years. I think it's very, and not when they're on their deathbed either, you know, like, tell the story when they still can do things, you know, like and I think that's very important for people to do that. And I think, to say that those stories aren't important, I think is wrong. I think telling people that these stories are worth telling, especially of that generation that went to war, and that, you know, that generation that was born in, and that is now dying, and are in their hundreds now. They're in their 11th decade of life. My grandfather just turned 100, so I think those are important stories to tell. because they have a memory of a world that's so far different from what we experience. We, you know, those of us born, I would say, anytime from the, say, the late 40s through and forward and going forward. So after World War II, I think the world was so different in how things were done. And I think even if you were born in the 40s, like those 5 years during the war, between 1940 and like between 1939 and 1945, you would have a very different view of the world than someone who was born, say, 5 or 6 years earlier. And if you grew up, if you grew up in town, I think that's very different. Anyways, it is a really good story. It is. She does really do a really good job of her story. I can say that. The story is really good. But it just got, I think I got kind of turned around in ways. And it's a really well told story. I really enjoyed the story. Maybe at some point, maybe another book club of mine will read this book. And maybe I'll have a completely different point of view on it. It is still fairly, I think, a new read. I think it's, oh, it was published in 2015. So it's 10 years old. So it's, you probably can find it. This is just a reissue. So it might get some extra hype because of the Canada Reads thing. I don't know. So yeah, it's usually Canada Reads, they take older books and do this competition with. So, and then they can put new stickers, you know. They can reissue the book. You know, a book that's 10 or 15 years old, it still has relevance. Anyways, that was Otto, and it was Etta and Otto and Russell and James by Emma Hooper. I hope you check it out. And if you have checked it out and you have read it, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. I will, I will hopefully have a new review up fairly soon. Talk to you. Oh yeah, and remember, I'm on all the socials listed in the description. I don't think I have Instagram on there because I'm not as active on Instagram anymore. But my plan is hopefully soon I will start posting my stuff back to Instagram so that you can view my reviews. But I'm also on Let's See. My handle, I think I may have a link there. So if you're on Let's See, I would really appreciate it. Also remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Any more likes and subscriptions I get, maybe I can make this, I can make some income off of this. Because that would be great. It'd be wonderful if I could make some money off of it. And but in any case, that was Etta and Otto and Russell and James. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.